Hey guys, Ben here from the Strength Factory, and this is the latest episode of Factory Knowledge. Now, a couple of weeks ago I did a video for you about exercise regressions, which is where you take an exercise like a press up or a pull up, and if you're not able to do it now, you break it down into easier exercises to build up until you're actually able to do it. Now, in that video I used the horizontal row as an example on the suspension trainer, and I was pleased that I got a couple of questions from people asking how to use exercise regressions to build up to be able to do full press ups. So here we go. This is Ben's guide to going from zero to hero in press ups. First of all then, a great place to develop your press up strength is actually in the squat rack, okay? Or something where we can alter the height of the press ups. So initially, as you're going to see in the video, I'm going to start on quite a high bar. It's about waist height. I'm leaning into the bar, my whole body's tight and rigid, bum and stomach tight and braced. I'm on my toes and I'm gripping the bar. And now, obviously, the higher the bar, the easier the press ups are. Now, it's important that you start with the bar high enough that you can do it with perfect form. And what I mean by that is that your body stays rigid throughout. You don't stick your bum out or anything or drop your hips, and that you can get a full range. So your chest touches the bar on every rep and you fully straighten. You're able to do 10 solid reps at a given height. You can then move the bar down one or two holes on the squat rack, and so on, so that each week, every time you train, as you get stronger, you move your weight down that squat rack, getting closer to the floor. And if you've got access to a squat rack or something similar to finally adjust the height, then that is your best option, and that's a great way to work your way gradually down to the floor, and then over a period of weeks or months, depending on how strong you are and how heavy you are, you should all be able to do full press ups. Now, I want to give you a top tip for doing that and for getting the most out of those press ups on the bar. So if imagine here I've got the bar in my hands, what we want to do to generate strength and to move your body and to get stronger is we need to create tension. And tension is at the heart of everything you do at the gym. If you want to jump high, lift heavy, throw a punch, throw a ball, or sprint a bike, then muscular tension is what will enable you to do it. So how are we going to create tension in the press up position? We're going to do it by squeezing your bum and bracing your core, and then we're also going to do it by snapping the bar. So imagine here I'm a strong man, I've got a metal bar, I want to bend it like that. You're going to see what's going to happen as I bend it is the shoulder is going to really lock into my socket there, and so I'm in a very secure position to do the press up from. You're also going to feel that as soon as you start snapping that bar, even before I do a press up, you're going to feel like a loop of tension around both arms and across your upper chest. This means that you're ready now in a very safe, secure and strong position to do your press up reps, and you need to maintain that tension from the top to the bottom and back up again. So once you work your way down, you can then eventually end up doing press ups on the floor. Now, at which point you may need a little assistance and a little more work before you're really grooving out those full rep press ups, and that is where a press up lower comes in, or an eccentric rep, which is basically a slow, controlled lowering of the press up like this. So as you can see there, I did a pretty slow lower. It's about 5 seconds each time, and the whole time I had full body tension. You may have noticed when I set up that instead of snapping the bar, I was drilling my hands through the floor like this, that outward spinning movement, and to create that tension that I talked about earlier. I then did that slow controlled lower, keeping my body rigid, and in the first rep I then pressed straight back up. If you're not able to do that, or you can only do 1 or 2 reps like that, then you need to do the second version where I lowered full body and then I put my knees to the floor and pressed back up on the knees. I then went back on my toes, full body lower, press up on the knees. That way we're developing the strength in that lowering, that eccentric part of the exercise, and that is really going to carry over to develop your press up strength, just like you would in any other exercise. Eccentric work, whilst it may leave you sore, it may leave you tired, is very effective for building strength. Other bits then that may help you to get your press ups, when you're doing planks, if you're doing planks to develop your core strength, instead of going on the forearms, you could do it straight arm. Okay, and then we just get a little bit more work through the arms and triceps in particular, and you can practice that tension exercise where you just drill the hands into the floor. Another option that we can incorporate into your training is to do some holds at different parts of the press up. So this is once you may be up to 3 to 5 reps of full press up, but you want to start bumping up towards 10, then we can do some holds in the bottom and middle positions, and this strengthens those weaker parts of the press up by spending more time there. So I did 2 versions there. The first one, a controlled lower, and I paused, hovering just off the floor, a couple of seconds, and then back up. Second version, I went down and then paused halfway back up, okay? One's not better than the other, they're both just different, and I suggest that a bit of variety is going to get you the best results here, so that you're strong at the bottom, middle, and top positions of that press up. Now, once you're there, we've got that full press up. Most people, especially if you've not done one before, you start to see a real immediate carryover and benefit in your sport, okay? And certainly for women, competing against other women, once you're strong enough to do press-ups, pull-ups and things like that, you usually start to see that you've got a genuine advantage over your competitors who are maybe not as strong as you, and that is good. So hopefully that's nice and clear for you. If you've got any questions about how to go from 0 to hero on press-ups, then let me know, and I'll be back next week with some more factory knowledge. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends, tell your mum, and check out my website for details of training this winter in preparation for the 2020 season. Thanks very much.